For people who are trying to recover from addiction, it can be hard to do it alone. That's why two nonprofits are joining forces to give the best of both worlds to the people they serve.
Summer Watertown explains how the partnership came to be in tonight's Eye on KELOLAND.
Leanne Robertson has been struggling with substance use disorder since she was 13 years old.
It started as a weekend, it's just fun. And then I started realizing I needed it more and more to survive the weekend. And then I ended up in high school, I ended up being a full-blown methamphetamine addict by the time I was 16. There was no coming back from it at all.
Luckily, she found brothers and sisters behind bars in Watertown.
It took me until I was 42 to finally realize that there was something better out there.
We're a local nonprofit that believes very much in the value of people in our community who are struggling with incarceration and substance use. And so for us, we're followers of Jesus, and so we just want to support them in whatever ways that we can, whether that's sober housing or whether it's cell phone support, transit assistance, wellness center passes. There's really nothing we won't do to help the people that we serve.
But there was one area where Brothers and Sisters Behind Bars was lacking: peer support.
It's so much more powerful when someone can sit down with someone who's also experienced those things.
That's where Face It Together in Sioux Falls comes into play.
We have been providing one-on-one peer support for those impacted by alcohol and substance addiction for over 16 years.
For a few years, the nonprofits had been working together to match people up with a peer mentor, but it was always online. Now, thanks to a grant, Brothers and Sisters Behind Bars is able to have an in-person peer sobriety coach, Jessica Cooper.
About a year ago, we started working towards bringing peer support here to Cottington County, and Face It Together had an excellent model, so we decided to collab with them. It's been about a year now. We've helped countless people just moving forward. We found like peer support is just like a bridge, between people re-entering the community.
This partnership has been a game changer for both nonprofits.
One thing that has really grieved me personally is I know the importance of peer support. And so when I'm the only one in the office and I don't have lived experience, that's been something that's just been a longing on my heart. So to have that now in the office makes such a difference.
We know that telehealth is great, but we also know there's something intangible about that in-person support. So to have somebody here on the ground in Watertown is worth its weight in gold.
And it's even more beneficial for the people they're serving.
I feel like peer support is a way to interrupt isolation. Most people don't fail in reentry because they don't want to. They fail because they're alone and they don't have support, and we kind of just help get them to that. People need a community.
I was able to call Jess. I was able to call her in the middle of the night. I had to call her for rides to get me out of sticky situations. Without her and without Face It Together's program here, like an actual person here to talk to, I would probably still be in the abyss, falling into the wayside.
Helping people on their journey to sobriety by people that have been in the same shoes.
She's one of those angels in disguise because she's been there. She knows that there's coming back from us.
With Eye on KELOLAND, I'm Summer Ottershot.
Now, we've posted information for both Face It Together and Brothers and Sisters Behind Bars under this story on KELOLAND.com.